So hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we'll be repairing a mobile phone and replacing its LCD. So I'm sorry I couldn't offer the video which I promised. And in this video, we'll be replacing a Samsung J6 LCD. My dad actually just recently broke his phone, so I had to actually make this video up first because I had to replace the LCD. So for our next video, we'll be also replacing a battery of a Apple mobile phone of Apple iPhone 7 Plus. So that's my mom's mobile, and we'll be also replacing her phone's battery. So if you're into all this electronic stuff and always wondering how things work and what's inside all those things, so this is the right place, and you can definitely hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. So let's get started then. So sorry once again guys, I couldn't do the video which I promised, but as you know, this kinda just came up real quick and my dad actually accidentally broke his phone. So I had to actually repair it, so I thought why not just make a video out of it. And as I always tell you guys in a YouTube intros, we are going to also see what's inside a mobile phone. So here it is, the inside of a mobile phone. That right there is the camera, that's the speaker module, that's the aux cable, the headphone cable you also might call it, and yeah, that's actually the frame of the phone. And that over there is the fingerprint sensor. Oops, fell right down. Yeah. So that there's the battery, and what I'm guessing is underneath one of these plates is actually the processor of the phone. And as we see through here, that's the front selfie camera, and somewhere between that area is actually the front speaker. That's the flashlight. Yeah, that's pretty much the basic components, and that was not even all the components. As you can see, there are so many tiny little components. If I start talking about them, this video will be like around 5 hours long. So that was just a simple basic overview, and this black color sticker like thing which you see over here is actually sticked onto the battery of the phone, so heat can be dissipated out of the battery into the phone case, and from the case further into the atmosphere, so the battery can remain cool. That's you can call it kind of a heat sink. So yeah, let's get started. That's the replacement screen. So how I actually disassembled it was, I had and sorry once again, I couldn't disassemble it on camera because as he just broke the phone, so my first instinct was to just open it and remove the battery connector from over here. Right now I have disconnected it. It's still disconnected. So because his display wasn't working anymore, so I couldn't turn off the mobile phone and shut it off, so had to disassemble the whole phone and disconnect the battery. So how I did it was, this logic board or the motherboard was somewhat like here. I won't be actually pushing it in and fixing it because we need also to connect the battery connector in. It was somewhat like this inside the phone, and on top of that there was the LCD, somewhat like that. So what I did was I used a hot air gun and actually pried into the phone by using this plastic sheet over here. I didn't use any fancy tool like iFixit and all that. I just kind of like sliced into the glue of the phone. So the glue which we'll be also using it to seal it down will be this glue over here. So these glues are also waterproof, and they also become loose when they're heated up. That's why they're used in mobile phones. so you can heat the glue up and remove it. So let's get started then. So first of all, what I'm gonna do is in this flask over here, I have all these tiny little screws of the mobile. So I'll just dump all the screws down over here carefully. Yeah, those are all the screws. Try to show you close up. These are really tiny screws, as you can see. That's the cover plate for the connector over here. So now what we'll be doing is first of all we'll fix inside this logic board and fix the logic board into the case, and also connect the battery connector. We are just going to push it in, and just like that our battery is connected. So now what I'm gonna do is place the logic board in, or you can also call it the motherboard. Yeah, and just push it in from all the sides. Yeah, so it's fixed right in now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go for a second and grab my screwdriver. So I got my screwdriver over here. So now what we're gonna do is start screwing all these screws down one by one. These are a lot of screws. So I'll try to actually speed up the video so I don't actually waste your guys' time. So finally we are done screwing down all the screws. So for you in the video it would have been just a couple of seconds for you guys, as I'll try to speed up the video but that actually took a while for me to screw them all down. There are like so many screws, you can even pause the video and count them. They're all over the board. There's so many, and the thing is they're like really tiny, so it's kind of hard to work around with. So yeah, let's actually connect our display now. I'll zoom out so you guys can see better. So this has this protective film over here, that's for packaging and shipment, so we'll remove that. And on the front side also we'll remove that. So before actually applying the new glue, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this blade over here and scrape around the edges, scrape around these edges, so I can actually remove the old glue, so I can be ready to install the new glue. So as you can see over there, there's some old glue residue which is still left some around all these edges, so I'll just scrape all that residue off with this blade. There isn't much on the other side, there's just quite a lot of it on this side. So again guys, if you're not actually expert at doing this, please don't try repairing your phone at home. You can even end up seriously damaging your phone. So always, if you ever break your phone, I mean, if you have some experience doing this stuff, yeah, I mean, go ahead, try to do it, but try to do it on your own risk, because mobile phones are kind of sensitive electronics, and you can sometimes end up breaking them. So I don't actually recommend you guys doing this at home. So now we are done removing all the left residue of the screen, actually the area where the screen fixes down. So now I'll just temporarily attach the LCD and try to turn on the phone. So that will also tell us if the LCD is working fine and if the mobile phone is also working fine, because if we once actually apply the glue also, then there's no going back, because you'll, yeah, let's go, it's working. So as I was saying, if you once apply the glue, there's no going back, because then you also have to actually remove the glue again. So as it's working, it's currently booting up. So while it's doing that, I'll just actually wait for it to boot, and once it's fully booted up, I'll shut it down and then remove the screen, apply the glue, and then also attach this part over there. It's the cover for that. So I'll also speed up this part of the video. Oh, never mind, it already booted up, so there's no need for actually speeding up the video. I'll just hold the button down, power it off. So the touch is not working that great because it's not actually fixed down yet. Once we fix it down and properly secure it, the touch will start actually working better. So we are just going to wait for the phone to fully turn off. Just wait a couple of seconds, and then we are going to remove the screen and apply this glue. So this glue is actually special for LCD replacements, as you can see over there. Mobile phone, phone housing, and LCD screen. So yeah, now it's fully shut down. So I'll remove the connector very carefully. I'm going to try using my nail to actually pry the connector off. You don't want to pull on this wire. This is a really thin ribbon cable. Once I remove it, I'll also show it to you guys. So as you can see, this is very like almost hair thin cable. So if you actually pull on it, it will actually break quite easily. Technology these days, man. Just see how thin the cable is. So yeah, now we'll apply this glue down around the edges very carefully. Try not applying too much of it. Just apply very little amount and very generous amount. So once again guys, I'm actually not looking at the camera right now, so if I'm not getting all the angles right, I'm really sorry, because I have to actually look very carefully so I don't apply any extra glue. I'm trying my best to keep it in focus. So yeah, now I have actually applied the glue all over, and I've just applied a very little amount so it actually doesn't spill here and there while we actually press down the LCD. So now I'll actually connect the LCD connector very gently. You don't want to apply any unnecessary pressure. If it's taking too much pressure, that usually means that you didn't actually place it in right. So you don't want to actually press in a harsh manner, because you can end up breaking your LCD connector or any of the connector in mobile phones, because they're really small. So, and they're like really tiny, so you can break them very easily. So that's why I'm taking my time over here, not pressing. So the reason it's taking a while, because I can't even touch the LCD down on this part, because then it will ruin the glue. So I have to be very careful not touching it down over there, and also getting it at the right spot. Yeah, just got it over there. And now I'll connect this connector back on, just like that. So now we'll gently place the LCD in. So I'll also try to actually speed forward this part of the process for you guys also, because it's going to take me a while to actually secure it down over here. Oh, this seems to be a problem. Oh, why isn't it actually going fully down? The frame seems to be over. Not bad. Seems to be a problem. I don't know what. But this is all just empty. Again, phone, so how's going to do this stuff? So yeah, after pressing it down for a while, we finally got it. So what I'm going to do now is use this microfiber cloth around the edges to remove any extra glue which is formed on the outsides of the screen. So now I'm going to be using these rubber bands to secure the LCD down. And meanwhile we are doing this, I'll also turn on the phone just to recheck if yeah, it's working. So what I'm also going to be doing right now is applying the SIM tray back in, and also the memory card in. So that kind of seems odd, memory card inside a phone, but this phone apparently has one, and nowadays not many phones have a memory card slot like this one. So that's actually a really handy feature, which nowadays even Apple doesn't offer. You can just upgrade the memory whenever you want it to be upgraded. So the SIM card is in, so I'll just apply some more rubber bands. So you really want to just place as many rubber bands as you can, so you can apply equal pressure all around the screen, so you can fully glue the screen down, so there aren't any air bubbles or anything like that. in the screen. So since we actually turned on the phone after a while and placed the same, all the previous messages are popping up. So yeah, we are done with this now. So what I'm gonna do is just actually have some weight on top of it, maybe like a book or so, and place it aside for at least 24 hours. So thank you guys for watching this video, and also for our next video have quite a surprise. I know, not promised this, but while I was at the mobile repair store buying the parts for this mobile, I also got a battery for my mom's mobile phone too. She uses an Apple iPhone 7 Plus, so I got her a new battery for her phone too. I'll show you. So we are also going to be applying this actually battery in my next video, so stay tuned to the YouTube channel, and that video is also coming up really quick. So after shooting this video, probably I'll be fixing that battery down, and I'll try to upload that video within a day or two of this video releasing. So thank you guys, bye bye.